gonna rip it harder. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Shout out to Pay Attention, man. Gonna get this thing started off right with $20 donation. My man, appreciate you. Let's get this thing started off the right way.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank. Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
All right, man. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy POLK over here on 863 Seminole TV. And computer acting slow, so forgive me if I like pause in the middle of talking. My computer's like freezing up, so hopefully it holds up. But hey, man, first and foremost, before we get this thing really cracking, I got 23 likes. I got 56 people in here. Y'all know what to do, man. Ring my doorbell. Wipe your feet before you come in my house. Introduce yourself. That's how you do it. Hit the like button. Great, with another $20, man. Let's go, he says. And I agree, man. Let's go.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
But yes, sir. Hey, y'all coming in here with some good energy. Already two $20 donations. Chad with the $2, $20, it don't matter. Shout out to Chad. He says let's go. So let's go.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
But yeah, man. Let's get into it. This win here. This win right here. First of all, nope. You know what? I'm not even going to. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to put, I don't care about the comment, Zoe, but I'm going to give you credit, Zoe. I'm going to give you a shout out. Because Zoe been talking about Travis all year. Zoe been telling you Jordan Travis all year. And I'm just happy the team finally committed to a quarterback I'm happy the team ran a game plan to the strength of the team, but how many carries did we get? Our running backs were doing their thing. They got the ball in key situations. They got the ball in consistent plays. They didn't go away from what was working. And then once you lure the defense to sleep, they hit them over the top. So I got to give Zoe his credit, man, because he been calling for Travis all year. So, like Tyler said, we got you. I give credit where credit is due. You know? So, shout out to Travis, man. I mean, he had a hell of a game today. That's the best he's ever looked. And just straight up, the best the man's looked. Again, the best the play calling has looked. In my opinion, since Norvell's been here, that was the best called offensive game I'd seen. That was the best called offensive game I honestly have seen from them. They were dialing it up. They were mixing it up, giving different looks. I can't complain, especially offensively. I can't complain. Two game win streak. That Syracuse game, I mean, hell, they're going toe-to-toe with Wake Forest right now. That win doesn't look too bad now, does it? That Syracuse win. Wake Forest is arguably the best team in the ACC right now. Then you go in on the road to Chapel Hill and you pull out another win. Hey, I think there's a lot to be pleased here about. But I had to give Zoe that shout out. Had to give Zoe. And you know what? I also forgot. And I know the chat's been jumping. So if I miss you, but we are going to do a roll call because I forgot. But we got 75 people in here and the number keeps climbing. Ring my doorbell. Wipe your shoes before you come in my house. That's called the like button. And I would appreciate it if you hit that for me. 75 people, which means I should have at least 70 likes. 80 people right now, so I should have 80 likes. You see how this works? Chad Kinsler in the building, Tyler Hedden, Cinema, Firewater, Groit, Ant-Man, Zozuki, Island Boy, FSU Rules, Dupree, Hundo, Heights Mark, Serve 5, Irv, Gotti, Chris, Robinson, Pharrell Spree, Raul, Torado, FSU Rose, FSU Tony, myself, Pay Attention, Irv Gotti, Marcus Lewis, Brandon B, Terrence, I said pay attention already, but hell, pay attention again. Raider No, Sammy Lance, Shamar, Till Dog, D Thompson, DF, R Davies, Florida State Love, Todd Pope, and man, if I miss you, I'm sorry. Panama Jack, Hannes Nick, Chris Miller, Jadon Harris, and the list goes on and on. We in here deep today. Terrence with a $10. Shout out to my man Terrence. 88 people. I need 80 likes. He says, let's go. Everybody's saying let's go. So we gonna go.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
So 90 people in here. Hey, let me check these likes real quick. 91, 66 likes. Let's get them likes up, but appreciate you guys for coming in here and checking me out. All right, so let's just get into it, man. Let's talk about this game. And I said that this game was critical if FSU wanted to keep this recruiting class alive, keep the hope of, a relative successful season. I mean, man, 0-4 is tough to bounce back from, but right now you're 2-4. You got UMass coming up next. That's 3-4, and then you go into Death Valley. You legit can come out of Death Valley a 500 football team, and who would have ever thought that? That's a big deal. And the way this team is starting to click, look, that Syracuse game wasn't pretty, but they found a way to win it. Well, this game, I think they played 4 quarters of football for the first time in Mike Norvell's tenure. And I don't think I'm being facetious when I say that. I think they legit played the first 4 quarters of football I've watched since Mike Norvell's been the head coach. Because they didn't play it last year against North Carolina, even though they won it. They played a half. Then that second half was abysmal. Same thing with the Jacksonville State game last year. They played a good second half. First half was abysmal. Hell, the Duke game last year, hell, we gave up 20 plus points to that Duke team. But they were in control. Let's be honest. And Tyler they beat this team by 17 points. That was a garbage time touchdown. You can call it how you want to call it. You can say what you want to say. If the people want to come in here and try to, I don't know, say it was only a 10-point victory, sure. That was garbage time. North Carolina scored their last touchdown in garbage time. Shout out to Sandra. We got a new member of the 863 tribe. So shout out to Sandra. But that was a garbage time touchdown. This team, dominant is an overused word, but they were in control of this game for really, even though, what did we fall down? 10-0 early? They were in control of this game pretty much after that. Brother Brooklyn in the building says, I'm feeling so good about this one tonight. I'm about to go waste 100 betting on Wilder. It's Bomb Squad tonight. And Bomb Squad is pulling it out.
Yeah, get more money, more money. Yeah, get more money, more. Yeah, get more money, more money. Yeah, get more money, more. Yeah.
I don't know what that last drive was with North Carolina. They had no sense of urgency. I don't know if Mac Brown just mailed it in. He said, but I don't know. Mac Brown cannot beat them Seminoles. Even when we're at our worst, Mac Brown can't beat these boys. UNC is soft, but they ran through. Who said UNC is soft? Probably a Hurricane fan said that garbage. And like you said, they ran for 1,000 yards last year, but you're going to call UNC soft. I'm not saying UNC is great. I don't think anybody believes that UNC is a great football team. Overhyped, not living up to the expectations this year. But, hey, that's a good win for Florida State. And as far as I'm concerned, Miami, that'd be a good win for you too, so don't get it twisted. In general, just great. That again, I can't say enough about what we did offensively. I can't say enough. You coached to your strengths, ran the ball, took a deep shot when you had the opportunities off of the run. And most importantly, you kept your defense off the field. You were able to control the time of possession and keep your defense fresh when it needed to be. Controlled the clock, controlled time of possession, and kept your defense off the field and actually allowed the defense to play a relatively good game because they were able to be fresh. You can't even be mad at that. Tell them again, Chaz. Hit the like button. 104 in the building. Impressed with the DBs. Great game. I thought the DBs as a whole, no power, played well. Knowles, again, Kevin Knowles has a bright future, man. Kevin Knowles has a bright future. Believe it or not, Jerry Jones had an interception. And as a whole, I would say had his best game as a Seminole. The last drive was a bad look for UNC, but we took those all day. Man, I had $300 parlay with FSU, Penn State, and Wilder, all underdogs. And that's what's scaring me. How many Saturdays are all the underdogs going to pull it out? You feel me? That's what's scaring me about the fight tonight. Chat jumped on me, guys. Chat jumped on me. Kainze says, Rivera, get out of here. I didn't even check the score. UNC. They were at home and they were a 17-point favorite. Facts. And Jen with the $5 says, we won a road game.
Yeah, get more money, more money. Yeah, get more money, more money. Yeah.
Yeah, because no one's gonna fight him. Man, you crazy. DF, DF, you just be trolling. You just be trolling. But you keep talking that trash. Ain't it funny how quick they was willing to make AJ and Tyson Fury, but not the other way around? A lot more to prove. Hey, shout out to Pookie. Look, Pookie is still the guy I said he is. All right. But he excels on the deep ball. If you go look at the plays he's made at his tenure, he excels on the deep passes. Again, for whatever reason, those short balls, I don't know if he's thinking of running before catching. He drops the hell out of those over and over and over. That's why he doesn't need to be on punt return, because he's thinking about returning the punt before actually fielding the punt, right? But on the long ball, Pookie's a player. Hell, that one short pass touchdown, he almost dropped that. But we ain't gonna no Pookie Wilson slander here today. Shout out to Pookie, had a 2-touchdown game and had a good game. That's all you can ask for at this point. 100 people in the building, man. Hit the like button. I told my wife, don't worry about the laundry and kitchen. I got it. She said, FSU won, huh? Make sure you get off wide receiver Wilson and linebacker Gainer back, because they both balled out. Congrats. Gainer was being asked to do a little bit different things today. Had his best game of the year, and they already addressed Ontario Wilson. 42-17 would have really solidified FSU. Hold on, chat jumped on me, guys. So I'm trying to read as many comments as I can, but at the same time, if I skip your chat, just know chat's jumping. Joe Johnson says 3 things that scare me on earth: passes being thrown to Pookie, kicks by Fitzgerald, and Gainer's gap integrity. But nonetheless, I'm happy with what I overall saw. Shout out to Joe Johnson. Oh man, Jadon with the 30 says, I'm just glad they played 4 quarters. And I can't even disagree with you, man. I'm happy to see 4 quarters of football. This team hasn't looked like this in about 3-4 years.
What's in my pocket, dog? Big face Honda. Just them all. Bought everything that I wanted.
I don't think he did. Did Iowa come back? I saw Brownlee. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody actually sent me that. Brandon sent me that. I did see that. Could win out. Only real threat is Florida. We can be happy today. 2-game win streak. Got some good stuff coming. I would not start jumping the gun here, putting the horse before the carriage, as they say. UMass will be a win. I'm going to just call it here now. UMass poses 0 threat. But that Clemson game's still a tough game, man. That defense from, I don't think their offense is really any good. Their defense is still stout. That Clemson game's still a real football game. And our O-line will struggle with that defensive front. Call it what it is. Is it winnable? Sure, it's winnable. I think every game's winnable. I don't know if we could win out legitimately, though. Boston College, NC State, all them games are going to be tough. Appreciate you, Mr. Wolf, for the subscription. Sorry. 113 people in here, 90 likes. I'm starting to like the likes and the people ratio here. So keep that up. Keep that up, people. Helton played very well today. Wide receivers as a whole, man, they played well. But again, they called a game tailored to what these guys are capable of doing. It all starts with the coaches, guys. It all starts with the coaching, like I've only been saying for the last 2 years. These players can make plays. Yes, players are going to make bad mistakes. That's in every game. You don't think Alabama players drop balls and fumble? Players are going to be players. They're going to make mistakes. But you can't compound that with piss poor coaching. Today, I did not see any piss poor coaching. So shout out to the staff. Got to give Dilly and Norvell credit. Was playing a lot more cover 3 zone. Good game by Fuller. Hate to say it, but it was a good called game. I thought the refs were going to screw us on the man when I was like, man, Pookie better not have bobbled that thing. Let's see what else we got. Yep, got a side sim. Yeah, took some side from North Carolina. That's ultimately, again, man, that's momentum. Momentum's going to be key. Momentum is key for what Florida State is doing right now. You're able to string together 2 wins. And like I said, at a minimum, this team will at least have a 3-game winning streak this year because we will beat UMass. Okay? Going into that Clemson game with a chance to be 500 is crucial. And with people sort of panicking on the recruiting trail, the Ba has been trending towards Georgia for a while, but people for whatever reason are just now starting to talk about it. The boy from Mississippi State or from Mississippi all but decommitted today. I think he said he's still committed, but he's opened up his, like, bro, just say you decommitted. But I think everybody, Travion Williams, I think that's his name. But again, I think when he committed to us, I know I was saying it. I don't know about anybody else, but I said when he committed, well, that's one you're going to have to fight for. Those Mississippi State kids don't leave the state. And if you struggle this season, yeah, good luck pulling him, right? So I don't think neither one of those guys are a surprise, but momentum, showing that you can go in on the road and beat a North Carolina team, those are all big deals. You know? So, you know, that's recruiting these kids can start to see, well, okay, this team is now starting to build something here. Let me catch up in the comments, y'all. I was on top with 5 minutes left. T2Y. Oh, T2Y ain't here. We're here. I didn't even see T2Y. But he says, T2Y, y'all might not win an ACC game. Two ACC wins already, as many as last year. I say again, I called the 3-game win streak. Well, shout out to James. He said he called, I don't remember him, but he said he called out the 3-game win streak. So shout out to James. No Power says, celebrate tonight and let's get ready for the next game. Time to build and play off of momentum. Oh my God, Penn State is losing. Williams got a fine aunt. We must keep him at FSU. McClain going to be a threat down the road. Of course. Young, developing. McClain's going to be where he needs to be. Yeah. When is the last time he won 2 games in a row? That's a great, great question. He said, I went to the game. Okay, that's what's up, Seminole for life. And UMass did. So the UMass game will be the battle of the streaks. UMass won their first game in like 2 years today against UConn, of course. UConn probably has the worst program in all of football. UConn wouldn't beat an FCS team as of right now. They might beat that Connecticut State team that Miami beat. That's about it. But that's, yeah, UConn's bad. So, hey, UMass has a little momentum going into that game. Who knows? Hey, bro, I'm not going to lie. You did say King wouldn't make it through the season. We have a bye. Yeah, we have a bye week, and then we get UMass, if I'm not mistaken. I see Howell was getting cursed by not coming to FSU. He lost to FSU twice. And we need that bye because we're not getting Briggs back, but we need to get Jackson back. I thought Malcolm Ray played solid, man. Thought Malcolm Ray played pretty well. So shout out to Malcolm Ray. That if y'all remember, man, preseason, the defensive tackle depth worried the hell out of me. I thought we had a 3-man that thought we was about 3 deep with Briggs, love it. and Coop. But having Jarrett Jackson come on, and I thought Malcolm Braid played a good game. Hey, we still got a little bit to worry about some depth with the guys getting banged up, but the guys that they're throwing in there are holding their own. So shout out to them. UMass 19, FSU 14. Well, y'all might want to worry about that North Carolina team. You know, it's the same one that put 1,000 yards on y'all last year. But we softened them up for y'all. So either they're going to come out deflated or looking to prove a point. We'll see next week. UNC only 17. I'm very surprised they didn't show more fight in the fourth. Mark Richt, he never won at all at UGA or Miami. 11 lit how hey. That boy Jermaine is something different, isn't he? They were holding him and Keir Thomas all night, by the way. They were holding our DNs all night. We couldn't get a call. And I don't usually come on here and talk about refs. I rarely come on here and complain about refs or blame officiating. Rarely. But I saw blatant holds tonight and no calls. POLK, I wish we could get the slant game going because, man, it was there the whole game. That Travis had one play where he actually stood in the pocket and delivered the ball. And I was like, oh, my God, he's in his bag. It's amazing that when Travis calms himself down and actually stays there, the O-line played extremely well today. And I'm not even talking about just run blocking. Travis had a couple plays where he did what he does, and that's kind of rush himself out the pocket when he didn't need to. And then some of the plays where he actually stood in there, the man had all day to throw the ball. Shout out to the O-line. O-line played extremely well, and they're hampered by injuries themselves. So how do we feel about Odell right now? He still got to recruit. Still got to recruit the position. Because guess what? How they're playing right now is awesome. Doesn't matter if you ain't bringing in the talent. Still got to recruit. And I still stand on what I stand. But Odell's doing a solid job. Got to hold on to Daniel Lyons in recruiting. I think Bishop Thomas, I saw an interview from here. He's pretty much locked in, solid, not going anywhere. We got to hold on to Daniel Lyons. And I would argue, let's see if we can land another one. Because we really need 3 in this cycle. And one guy that probably needs to be instant impact. But the group as a whole has played well. North Carolina 40, Miami 34. Hope I'm wrong. Now, see, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why you don't have no hope in your Canes? You should have hope that Miami can beat North Carolina. North Carolina gonna come in that game limping. Need Keir, absolutely. We need all that depth. We need Jarrett Jackson, Keir Thomas. We need all them boys on that D-line healthy for that game, for sure. Maybe a few of those DBs back as well, even though I don't think we really missed a Brandon Gant or Ronaldo Green or Miko Dotson for that matter. I don't think we missed those guys. And frankly, I'm going to say it without saying it. No, actually, I'm going to say it, but that's one of the criticisms I've had about the defensive backs, too. We rotate too many guys back there that guys don't know necessarily the plays in and out. They don't know the plays play to play. That's why there's always some confusion back there in the secondary, in my opinion. We rotate too much. Let's keep Sidney Williams and let's keep the guys we had out there today, man. They played a good game against, probably the best quarterback in the ACC, and Sam Howell. And I'm not too high on Sam Howell, but, I'm just saying. He is the all-time – he does average the most yards all time in the ACC, second to your boy Jameis Winston. But he has the second highest average all time yards per game as a quarterback in the ACC. So he's not chopped liver. He might not be all the hype, but I mean, we played Howell better than we played any quarterback so far this year. And Howell was still able to get out there and use his legs a little bit. But I thought for the most part, they played the best they've played against any quarterback so far this year. Because I thought Hal was going to go out there looking like Joe Montana today. What up, Tay? Yes. Oh, I just saw a comment, but it passed on me. But someone said, oh, there it is. Honestly, we were good. We played a clean football game today as well. We played a clean football game. Of course, you had your penalties here and there. You're always going to have those. I thought there was no crucial, critical penalties and critical situations that have haunted this team for the last few years. Get a stop on the 3rd and long, somehow we'll get a critical penalty that extend the drive. We didn't have those today. Not in critical situations. I think that last drive, they called a illegal hands to the face that erased like a 2nd and 25. I thought it was a garbage call. I could see where the ref was, but he had the collar and was just jamming him up. But then Jermaine came on the next play and got the sack. So, but I can't recall like critical penalties in critical situations. Yep, no blame for the O-line at all. They were blocking so well that Travis tried to leave a clean pocket. Thank you, because he does that a lot. But we're not criticizing today, but he does that a lot. And I know exactly the play you're talking about. They blocked so well, he tried to scramble out of a pocket that he didn't need to, realized he had a pocket, came back and tried to reset in the pocket that was still there. And and then he decided not to, and then made a good throw. I think that was that the throw that he made to Helton on the sideline. I think that was that. That might have been that play. Penn State took the L. E-Dub was going on. You want to talk about extensions. You want to talk about getting the most out of your players. You know, you guys know I love me some Lawrence Toafili. But if there's any question that the 2 best backs on this team are not Treshaun Ward and Jashaun Corbin, and that the other guys are just going to have to wait their turn, DJ, Toafili, there's nothing more that needs to be. One guy was a legit 4-star running back, but the other guy was a walk-on. He was a good 3-star player, but he was a walk-on. And again, I think Florida State might have the 2 best backs in the ACC. And I ain't just saying that because I'm a Florida State fan. Go watch them. Vision. Everything. Only thing that Corbin has the top end speed. If Ward had the top end speed, Ward would be better than Jashaun Corbin. His running style reminds me so much of Devontae Freeman when I watch him. And it ain't just because they both wear 8 and have little dreads. His running style is very similar to Freeman's. I'm just scrolling down. Let me catch back up in the chat. Whore chant. I mean, War Chant is live right now too, but we'd rather be. Hey, Joe, I appreciate you for being here. I'm pretty sure they got a full house over there on War Chant. I'm upset and emotional about Atkins. He's doing. Why are you upset though? You scared we gonna lose? They gave him extensions. I don't think he's going nowhere anytime soon. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. At least not for the next couple years. We got the side. We do have the best backs. Bring back the UNC sign on the 50. Hope Elijah Pritchett and Jaleel Skinner watch. I think the Skinner thing is it is what it is there. But Pritchett, we dropped the ball there. That's a guy who wanted to be a Seminole, but again, I don't blame a kid. When you talk about O-linemen, you look at the factory that is Alabama on the offensive line, and you look at the fact that the team you kind of want to play for, or at least the coach that you want to play for, and Alex Atkins, is 1-4. It's hard to sell that. It's hard to sell that, but if we can get to that 500, if we get to 4-4, that's 2 games away from a bowl game. And at that point, again, You got to beat Clemson. If you beat Clemson, get to 4-4. Your remaining schedule is Boston College, NC State, Miami, and Florida. I feel like we can get 2 of those 4. That's where we're at right now. 6-6. 6-6 would be a success this year, especially the way this season started. 6-6 would be amazing. Would be absolutely amazing. I'm not even going to lie to you. How did the special teams do? Travis J had a good kick return. Keyshawn fielded all the punts. So shout out to Keyshawn Helton. We didn't have to kick any field goals. So that was a plus. And I will say this. Let's nitpick. I can nitpick a little bit. Mastrano Mano, you got to put more hang time on some of these punts, man. He's line driving these punts, and they're good punts in terms of distance. But our kick coverage team, our punt coverage can't set up because you're line driving it. You got to put some hang time on some of those punts. If you want me to nitpick on the special teams, there you go. Ward's running style reminds me of Emmitt Smith. Not fast, but very patient on setting up his blocks, but not having breakaway speed. Even immediate starting is hard to. Yeah, I agree. You can't go 1-4 and think you can. I said that. It's hard to sell 1-4. Even like you said, playing time, all of that sounds great, but 1-4 is still 1-4, and it's hard to sell that. They want to go good riddance. That's why you don't get caught up in verbal commits. And Irv Gotti with the $5 says, you're on fire, Polk. Keep up the great work. Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming in here and showing up and showing out. I felt like he should have. But it was good to see a solid quality return, wasn't it? Special teams had their best day. Jerry Jones finally caught him much. He finally got his head around and located a football. That's what happened. Well, to be fair, Manny's never lost to Florida State, to be fair. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That one win was huge for this team's confidence. They had no confidence before that. I agree. And now they're starting, not only they're starting to build confidence, but now they're starting to know, they're starting to understand the little details and what it takes to win football games. Playing clean football, now no unnecessary penalties. Coop got away with one, but I saw Mike. It looked to me like Mike was telling Odell to get on his ass, but Coop had they were lucky they picked the flag up because it was unnecessary. Coop running down the field and just dove on the receiver after a play. All 350 or 30 pounds of him. He's lucky they picked that flag up, if you want to be honest with you. He's lucky they picked that flag up. That was one of those old bonehead plays that we got away with. Gotta eliminate those. I don't understand what I guess he felt like, man, if I ran all the way down here, I'm hitting somebody. I'm leaving with something. But in all seriousness, you can't do that. You got lucky. I thought that was a bonehead play. I saw Norvell addressing him on the sideline with Coach Odell behind him. But learn the little details, and that'll get you to where we want to be. That's how you learn how to win football games, though. What they're doing now is learning how to win. You have the leadership. I can't say enough about Kier and Jermaine, because I believe even through the 0-4 start that they kept these boys locked in. And I don't want to rehash old players and rehash previous teams, but y'all can't convince me otherwise that the same team last year would have already mailed it in after an 0-4 start. The guys we had that were the so-called leaders of the locker room last year, they weren't built like Jermaine Johnson and Akir Thomas. They weren't built like these young men. I give almost 90% of the credit, and I'll give 10 or 15% to coaching, but I'm giving majority of the credit, man, to those boys in the locker room. I believe the Jermaine Johnsons and the Keir Thomases have kept these guys locked in. And the fact that they're still playing hard at 0-4 and 1-4 and now 2-4, and they're still playing hard every game. If you're Malcolm Ray, you got no choice but to come and play hard. If you're Derek McClendon, you have Quayshawn Fuller. If you're any of them younger guys, you have no choice but to come out there, strap up, play hard, and shut up and play football, because your two best guys are leading by example. You don't see that. You don't see those guys when they make. Now, Jermaine Johnson might do a little strut every now and then after a sack, but you ain't never seen Jermaine Johnson after a big play get up and act like if he just conquered the world. Let's get back to business, line up, and get ready for the next play. Do they celebrate? I'm not saying they don't celebrate. They absolutely celebrate when they do stuff. But we haven't had guys like this, man, in this locker room for a long time. And I don't think we understand the importance of those two guys that I'm just talking about. Patrick Payton is going to Patrick Payton learning from Jermaine Johnson. Watch out. Patrick Payton is going to be a future star. I'm just saying it here now. Everything that young man's going to gain from a Jermaine Johnson, he's built just like him, 6'5". Now he's skinny, but that'll come. That weight and that muscle, that'll come. Patrick Payton's going to be the perfect player for and I'm not saying he's going to be an instant impact right away, but Patrick Payton is a perfect, what do you call it, mentee, or Jermaine Johnson's the perfect mentor for those younger guys, man. And, you know, I can't praise those guys enough because I think they are legit. And I think they are the reason why this team has continued to stay locked in offensively. And I do think, you know, Mackenzie Milton is another reason offensively that I think may have kept this team. And I'm not going to take anything away from Travis, because despite everything that Travis has been through, he comes in every game and plays it like it's his last. Tyler, man, says, great day to be a no. Shout out for Tyler for the $10. And let's go with this one. I ain't played this one in a while.
Damn!
I hated the late hit by Cooper. That was so dumb. And I hate when our players do dirty stuff like that. We should be better, smarter than that. I didn't like it either, but again, we got away with it. And it was good to see coaching after that. It was good to see coaching after that. Grades. Let's do it. Let's do the grades. Let me get some more comments, and then we'll do grades. We definitely can hit some grades up, because I think overall this team gets again, I think this is the best game they've played under Mike Norvell. I thought they played an entire 4 quarters of football today, but we'll get to the individual grades. Shout out to Wayne. They need to keep the fire burning. What up, Kusami? JJ struts when we are in the game. Yeah, man, these players just keep plugging along even after 0-4, even all the outside noise. This is the reason Norvell has been talking about. My first time really seeing it. I agree. I agree that last year's leaders were quitters and crybabies. Howell's curse is on his racist daddy. I do remember the whole Sam Howell fiasco. No sacks given up. Oh, told you, man, the O-line did his thing, didn't it? Norvell is better leader and head coach than FSU has had in years since before Dumbo gave up. Anybody with the link to the fight? I bought it, so I don't have a link for you, but I'm pretty sure somebody gave a link to that Pacquiao fight, so somebody might have it. But I agree 100%, Polk. Jermaine and Kier have set the tone. I don't hate celebrating when we're in the game or have a lead. Don't go. My problem with I don't hate celebrate. If you played the game, you understand how adrenaline and how passion works. You're gonna celebrate. My problem has always been you're down 30 point. It's Louisville game. It's 31-7. You get a sack and then get up like you just, like, okay, cool, sack, positive play, line back up and get it. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying there. But no, I don't hate the celebrations, but there's something to be said for, hey, man, the job's not done. Line back up and let's finish the job. So that's where I'm at with that. And I know you agree with that. Let's extend Mike Norvell. Slow your roll. Slow down. We ain't extending nothing. Mike's got 2 or 3 years here. I think at least 3. Slow down. Let Mike just continue to do what he's doing. We'll talk extension maybe some other time. At the end of the day, we still have a losing record. We're still 2-4, so no. Yeah, I thought Malcolm Ray played good. Tampa guy says they are hard playing, high character team. They may not have the talent at the top level teams, but they will soon. Travis is better for our offense than Milton. Fortunately, Milton has been a turnover machine. That Wake Forest game ended with 3 straight turnovers. Shout out to Keyshawn Helton for not dropping that big pass. We forgot we were down 10-0. Yeah, we were. We started off 10-0, and I was like, oh, God, here we go. But nope. Did anyone notice Pookie hitting this jump man? Yeah, yeah. What up, Mike? We should go into Clemson 3-4, and with hella momentum, I would not be surprised. I'm telling you, if we come out of Clemson 500, it gets a little spooky. Now, nothing too crazy. I'm not saying we're going to finish off, but if you come out of Clemson 4-4, a bowl game is a serious possibility at that point. Serious possibility. Y'all beating NCs, and everyone loves the coaches. Yeah, they got to slow their roll. They got to slow their roll. We beat North Carolina and then give Mike an extension. But DF, you got to know who DF is. DF just be trolling. He don't be meaning half of the stuff he says. At least I don't think he does. Kusami, I don't know. Clemson at least used to treat us like a Super Bowl. They are pretty bad this year, but I don't know if we're going to show up. I'm starting to believe that they'll show up. I still think there's a talent gap, though. I do still believe there's a talent gap, but I think they'll show up. I'm not worried, at least after these 2 games, that Florida State won't show up in Death Valley. I believe they'll show up in Death Valley. Now, are we talented enough to pull that out is going to be a different question. Best game of the season so far for them. I would say best game of Mike Norvell's tenure. This was the best game of Mike's tenure, in my opinion. I would love for anybody to show me a different game that they think is better than this one. But this game, they played 4 quarters, and they won the game. The score says 10 points, but it was a double-digit. Well, I guess it still was a double-digit win. But they won the game by 3 scores. They won this game by 3 scores, in my opinion. It was 7. That last touchdown was a garbage time touchdown. They had a 17-point lead. As far as I'm concerned, it was a 3-score game. There you go. Tell them, man. So proud of my boys. I'm going to pop that top of this bottle of sake. Okay. Linebackers get a B. Mike Norvell got a Powerade bath. Let's give an extension and a new slingshot. DF gets on my nerves. We're not beating the Gators. They are loaded. Miami, baby. Miami, maybe. I think the Gators are the toughest. Well, Clemson and Florida are still the 2 toughest games left on the schedule. I will say that. How do I feel about it? I feel the same. We played a good game today, but it takes, look, guys, for me, Jalen, it takes more than 1 game, because I have how many? 11, 12? How many games? They went 3-6 last year. I got 13, 14 games, 15 games of bad defense by Adam Fuller, so 1 game doesn't change my opinion. But he had a good game today. Now let's do it consistently. Then I'll change my opinion on Adam Fuller. To be fair to Adam Fuller, if you actually check the numbers, this defense is drastically better than last year, though. All right, let's get to the grades. Let's get to the grades. And let's start at quarterback. Jordan Travis played the best game he's played, throwing and running the football that he's played since he's been a Seminole. Jordan Travis played the best all-around football game he's had since being a Seminole. No turnovers. I thought every pass he made was on point and accurate, which I can't even believe I just said that. He made the plays that were there. And of course, with his legs, he does what he always does there. Had a 50-yard touch. Jordan Travis gets an A. Best complete game he's had, and it just wasn't with his legs. Had some good throws. Jordan Travis gets an A, or Panama said A+. And you know what? I'll give it to you. A+. Jordan Travis with an A+ game. Corey says Fuller called a good game, and it was some luck. We did have some drop balls. You're absolutely right there. You're absolutely right there. I actually hit an out route. Travis had a good game, guys. Travis gets an A+. Running backs. The running backs are what? Let me check the overall numbers for the running backs real quick. Ultimately, I'm gonna give them an A too, because the running backs, in my opinion, continue to do what they always do, and that's be the best group be the best group on the team. The best group on the team. But I do want to see what were the numbers for the running backs. I do want to see that. Hold on. There we go. So Trayshawn Ward had 12 carries for 77. Hey, look at that. I'll be damned. Both running backs had double-digit carries this week. It's almost like they listen to me tell them to give these running backs more touches. I'm not saying I'm the only person in the community that says that, but they're listening to the community. Let's say that. So Trayshawn Ward went 12 for 77 with 6.4 pop. Jayshawn went 13 for 52 with 4 yards of pop. And of course, Travis went 14 for 121, 8 yards, 2 touchdowns. So yeah, and Trayshawn Ward had 2 catches for 10 yards. So, you know, I would like to see total running backs had a total of, what is that, 25 carries? Okay. I'll give it a solid B. I'll give the running backs a B. But I thought they had critical. No, never mind. I keep what I said. Running backs still get an A for me. Running backs continue to get an A for me. You know why? They had critical runs. And Trayshawn Ward had critical run and critical moment to keep the clock running, to seal the deal. B+ is a good grade too, but I'm gonna give him an A-. I'm gonna give him an A-. A-. But I'm not mad at the B+ grade. Not mad at the B+ grade. Receivers. Keyshawn Helton went 3 for 71. Terrio went 2 for 38 and 2 touchdowns. Cam had 2 for 20. And Malik had 1 for 5, but it was for a touchdown. The wide receivers are going to be, I'm going to combine wide receivers and tight ends here. But I'm going to give it. It's kind of difficult to grade them because the way FSU runs this offense, I mean, Jordan Travis only went 11 for 13 for 145. We don't air it out like that, and nor should we air it out like that. We should throw when the opportunity's there, but we should we have 41 rushing attempts as a team between the running backs and the quarterback. So that's where our bread and butter is. But I do think we didn't see any drops. We saw guys getting open, getting separation, which I think also had a lot to do with the play calling in the run game. So receivers get a B. Do I want to see guys get a little bit more involved? Yes, but good game. Good game overall. I mean, 3 receiving touchdowns. So we'll get a B from our wide receivers. I'll give them a solid B. Solid B. And then we have our O-line. The fact that we ran for over 230, we ran for 238 yards. And you know what? I'll even if you take Jordan Travis out of it, you still ran for over 100 yards. The line did the damn thing in the run blocking game. But you know what? You didn't give up 1 sack. When's the last time an FSU O-line could say they didn't give up a sack? That alone, A+ for the O-line. A+ for the O-line. I don't care what nobody says. No knock on you, Mike. I feel you. But the fact that you win the game and didn't give up a sack, A+ for that O-line. A+ for the O-line. And then what do we got? Defense. Jamie Robinson led the team in tackles, man. 12 tackles, 9 solos, and 1 pass deflection. Sidney had 10 tackles. I saw somebody say Sidney Williams isn't any good. The man was the second guy on the team in tackles. I don't know why we think that. He's a young player. He's still learning the position. But if you don't see the future there if you don't see the future in Sidney Williams, man, I don't know. Are we just hating? Are we just hating? But anyway, D-line as a whole, let's see, how many sacks did we have? Jermaine had a sack. We only had 1 sack on the day. North Carolina was able to run for over 200 yards. They had 2 running backs with over 60 yards. I'm gonna give. I think for the most part, D-line played well. They were hampered by some injuries. But I want to give that D-line a solid grade, but I also think it could have played better. But I also said there was a lot of no calls on the holds. Jermaine Johnson was getting held every play, to me, it looked like. Again, and I don't even come out here and complain about officiating. I'm gonna give him a solid B on the D-line. I'm gonna give him a solid B. Solid B. I would like to see more sacks. And I do think the running backs were able to do a little bit of something. So for me, solid B for that D-line. Solid B. Linebackers. Deloach continues to be the best backer on the field, and it's really not close. Deloach is so much better than Lundy and Dix. And Gainer's this interesting kind of tweener, right? Where he's a lot better on the edge than when they stand him up. Or not, he stands up on the edge too, but when they put him in the middle of the defense, I kind of don't feel like he knows really what he's doing. But on the edge, he just seems to be more in tune with the game. But outside of Deloach, man, to be honest with you, Lundy's got to get off the field. Go back and look at some of those, that 1 touchdown pass in the first half where they get that at 10-0. Lundy's got to get off the field. We got to find a replacement for DJ Lundy. The sooner the better. Look, I love the fact that he plays hard. I love the fact that he's physical. He can be a help in the run game. But the problem is teams are keying on him now. They know he can't cover a lick in space. And they target him. And they've been targeting him pretty much since the Notre Dame game, where I thought Lundy played his best football game. Ever since then, teams see the weakness there. And Lundy's got to get off the field. I'll give the linebackers a C. And that's pretty solely on Kalen DeLoach. Pretty much, I think DeLoach is far and away the best linebacker we've got. He reminds me of a guy like Terrence Smith. Kalen DeLoach does. Reminds me of Terrence Smith. Not Telvin, the other one, Terrence Smith. I think he's the best one we got by far. And I thought Gainer might have played his best game of the season. And Gainer still needs to improve. But I'll say a solid C. And then the DBs. Overall, I say the DBs. Brownlee got burnt early, but you had a safety over the top. That was a good play by Sidney Williams. I'm trying to think of some other. Jerry Jones with an interception. Travis J could have had another pick. He's the Hail Mary God almost, right? But they also, and someone pointed it out, they benefited from some drop balls. They had some guys, North Carolina had some guys running underneath wide open. Again, here's the thing though. I'd have to go back and watch those particular plays. Are those on the backers or are those on like the safeties in that zone? I would have to go back and see what coverage they were in because I don't know off the top of my head. Some of those wide open, they had some wide open crossing routes or looked like post routes or crossing routes, whatever those were, maybe even slant routes that were wide open and Carolina receivers just flat out dropped them. Are those on the DBs or those on the linebackers? So, I'll separate my DBs and say this. I think your corners played one of the best games they've played all year, if not the best. I think your corners get a solid B+. I think Sidney Williams gets a solid B, but I think your safeties are leaving a little bit to be desired, and probably gets more of a C for me at the safety play, or to a C minus almost. And that's because even as well as I think Sidney Williams plays and is going to get better, Williams still is needs to develop some more physically. He needs to get stronger. He's playing a little bit premature, right? Williams still has a lot of room to grow. So I say maybe the DBs as a whole, B minus, C plus, somewhere around there. I think they play better than the backers as a whole, but not that much better. And then special teams, look, Fitzgerald didn't miss. He didn't get a chance to kick any field goals, but he didn't miss any PT. So as far as I'm concerned, or extra points, I don't know why I call it PT. He didn't miss any extra points. So as far as I'm concerned, we had a good kickoff return. We fielded every punt. A. Solid A. Solid A for the special teams. Let's go to the comments, man. I've been over here talking about all these comments, or talking about giving all my grades, and let's see what y'all talking about. Linebackers with too many missed tackles. I'll give the linebackers a C plus. D-line gets a B minus. Lundy needs to be moved to D-end. He's too big for a backer. Let him gain another 15, 20. The problem is he's not long enough to be a legitimate defensive end. Can't set the edge. Deloach had one bad play when he allowed that TD. Yeah, that play in coverage. Should have had some safety help over the top there, to be honest with you, but I see what you mean. Gainer played better. What's up with Emmett Rice? I don't think Emmett Rice is still hurt, and I don't think he's in any rush or needs to be in any rush to come back. I think Rice is out for a whole year. Take Lundy out on thirds. Take Lundy out, period. DBs get a B minus. Agree on Deloach, but Gainer did play better. DBs with a C plus. B plus for DBs from Mike. Travis J. Had a nice punt return. Oh, but you haven't gotten to them yet. I've been trying to join since I joined the thing. I got a new phone. It's been acting up. Well, thank you, Sandra. I'm so happy you finally decided to join. Williams needs to sit. He's not physical enough. He just needs to get more physically developed. But I can kind of see what you're saying. But to say he needs to sit, you have to understand what else you're putting out there. Just play him in base then. Travis J almost gave UNC a TD with that Hail Mary because instead of catching the interception like he's been doing, he tried to tip it. I don't know what he was doing right there. I don't know what he was doing. We're seeing improvement. That gives us some hope. I was surprised they did as good as they did today. I was expecting another knockdown drag out like last week. Barely came out with the win. I really hope they continue playing like this. Coaching staff gets an A minus. Best play. I normally don't give this coaches. Do I normally do? I don't think I normally do the coaching grades. But I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, DF. The best called game they've had offensively and defensively since they've been here. So I'm with you there. Who cares what they like or don't like? The first comfortable win we have had in a while, probably since the Duke game, right? Of last year, probably since that Duke game. Tough to take a guy out on third downs when teams pass on first down just as much nowadays. That's true too. That's why he shouldn't be on the field, though. That's why he shouldn't be on the field. That's exactly why he shouldn't be on the field. Because again, this isn't. We're not talking 2000 football anymore. We're talking 2020 football and up. Like you said, teams pass on much as first and second down as they do on third downs nowadays. Even in it could be a 3rd and 1 and the team is still lying 5 wide out. That's just the way the game is played nowadays. Sydney's better than Gant, and he doesn't. I agree. That's what I'm saying. When you say Sydney, got to understand what you're talking about putting in there. Sydney's, I think, honestly, does he need to get stronger? Yes. But he's the best option, and he's in the right places at the right times. I think the rest will take care of itself. I just want guys being played and being put in a position to be successful. Tomahawks. I'll let you guys decide. I'm not going to be a grouch because it's a little tough for me. You know why? Because we're still 2-4. And a part of me says no. Part of me says no tomahawk because we're still 2-4. But we got 75 people in here. I'll let y'all decide. If you want to see me put a tomahawk sticker on that helmet back there, let's say type a 1 in the chat. If you say nope, let's wait, put a 2. I'll let y'all decide. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Dilly gets an A, actually played to his strength. Do they play Clemson? No, we play UMass next, which is a good thing. Maybe we'll see Chubba Purdy. Maybe we'll see Chubba Purdy against UMass. Knowles is a real good damn player. You know, I don't know if I saw Marion Cooper. I remember them saying Marion Cooper was going to be steadfast in the rotation. I can't recall if I saw Marion Cooper out there today. Bro, enjoy the win. 1-1. So we got 4 1s, 2 no's. Looking like everybody wants a tomahawk on that helmet. So I will appease you guys. I enjoy the win, don't get me wrong. But I do, I want them tomahawks to mean something. I'm not going to lie. I want the tomahawks to mean something, But I will celebrate a win when it needs to be celebrated. And, of course, DF coming here with this. So, but we'll do it. Let's do it. Oh, hold on. Let's do it. That is true. It's a good point from Tyler. You won as a 17-point underdog on the road. 17-point underdog on the road. Didn't give up a sack. Let's see. Here's my tomahawk stickers. Maybe one day we can get those season and maybe even put all of these mugs on there. From recruiting battles to winning big games. Who knows? Maybe one day I can put a bunch of stickers on this helmet. But we got our helmet. We got our sticker. Where y'all want? Where should I put it at? I put it at top. Start here. Let's see. I think last year I started putting them on the back. But I kind of want to, I'm going to show this one off. So we're going to put this one. We'll put this one on the front. There you go. We got our first tomahawk sticker for the year as a 17-point underdog on the road against North Carolina. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. I would actually like to put more stickers on this thing. But again, I can't celebrate assness. And we've been ass. But today, you played 4 quarters of solid football. So I ain't mad at you. And we'll show that off. Let's go, man. Winning does feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, man. 11 for 13, 3 TDs. No turnovers. And he had 2. I think he had 5. Jordan Travis had 5 total touchdowns today, folks. 5 total. He had 2 on the ground, 3 in the air. Again, A+ for Trap all day. Which players do you think gets tomahawks? Well, Jordan Travis. Jermaine had a sack. Quite frankly, Jermaine should have a helmet full of tomahawks, if we're being honest. Like, if this was old Florida State, Jermaine should have a helmet full of tomahawks. How many sacks is that for Jermaine on the year? I think he came into this game. Is Jermaine at double digits yet? If he's not there yet, he's this close to having like at least 10 sacks on the year. So Jermaine should have a helmet full. I give Ontario Wilson a tomahawk. Deserves it. 2 touchdowns. Can't get mad at that. He has 8 even after today, or did he come into the game with 8? He has 6. No, he's got more than 6. He was leading the nation in sacks at one point. Let me see. I'm gonna try to find Jermaine Johnson. Hold on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right there. One. He has 6. Yeah, he has 6. He has 6 total on the season. It felt like he has more than that, but he has 6. He has 6. From what I'm looking at, he had one today. Apparently, he didn't get 1 sack against Syracuse. 1 against Louisville. Oh, wait. No, they didn't even show the Notre Dame game. He should have more than that. My bad. No, he has more than 6. But for some reason, I can't pull up the Notre Dame game here. And I think didn't he have like 2 in the Notre Dame game? So he should have about 7 or he should have about 8 sacks on the season. He should have about 8. For whatever reason, I can't see his Notre Dame game for some reason. He has about 8. He has about 8 because I can't see the Notre Dame game. And I think he had 2 in the Notre Dame game. Yeah. So he should have about 8 sacks. I have a signed helmet from Coach Bowden that he signed in 2002. I bought the helmet from Bill's bookstore on campus. Coach Bowden's secretary worked there, and she had him sign. That's dope, no power. That's dope. 7.5. He came in with 7. I don't want to see Jermaine Johnson in the backfield when y'all. Yes, I know that. As your boy from Taken said, good luck. Good luck with that. Let's just give him 10. Yeah, there you go. Let's just give him 10. Because again, it feels like he has more than that. And he has tackles for loss. I think somebody asked about tackles for loss. I don't know. I can't find it right now. Yeah. Again, so Jordan Travis gets a sticker. I would give Pookie a sticker. I would give every one of them offensive linemen a sticker. Every one of the old linemen needs at least one sticker on the helmet for not giving up a sack today. That needs to be rewarded. That needs to be rewarded. Hell, give the offense a sticker. Because as far as you're concerned, that was the best offense we've seen all year. Best offense we've seen all year. And defensively, Jermaine obviously gets one. Kier. Hell, Fabian Lovett played an absolute great game as well. So overall, again, man, you had a good football game. They played a good football game. He had 7.5. Yeah, so he had about 8. I'll give him, we'll round that up to 8. He's probably going to, so what do y'all think? He has 8 now, and we're 2, so halfway through the season, Florida State, Jermaine has 8. So he's on pace to get 16. I don't think he quite finishes with 16. What do you guys think? Over or under 12 sacks for Jermaine Johnson? He's at 8. Over or under 12 for Jermaine? Man, we know DF a hater. DF a hater. It's bomb squad. So that's over. Over. Michael says over 12 if he plays a full season. Purple says over 12. Hey, Jason. No, I appreciate you. Okay, so everybody think he's going over. Okay, so y'all think he's going over 12. Okay. But the O-lines get better now. Now, he might get 2 on UMass, right? He might get 2, but I mean, Florida O-line, Boston College, O-lines are going to get a little bit No, the reason I put the number at 12 is because I think the competition is going to get a little bit better going forward. The O lines are going to be a little better going forward. So I do think that, like, I don't think he's going to have 8 the second half of the season. I think 4 is probably what he'll end up with. I think he finishes the season with 12. I think he finished the season with 12. But you guys are feeling pretty confident on the over, so you still play UMass. I'll say 2 against UMass. He hasn't broken 3 in a game yet. Yeah, he had 2.5 against Jacksonville State, I think. But he hasn't broken 3 yet. He could have definitely against UMass. But also think about if that UMass game goes as planned, we don't need to see Jermaine Johnson maybe past the first. Like, let's be honest. I wouldn't even be mad if they didn't play Jermaine Johnson in that game. The last thing we need is for someone to roll up on his knee or his ankle against UMass. Quayshawn Fuller, Derek McClendon, Marcus Cushney, they should be able to hold it down against UMass. He should only play a half against UMass. So he might not get that 3. Maybe he get 2 in the first half. 1 against Clemson. I could see that because Clemson O-line isn't great. But I think NC State and Boston College have Florida. Those are solid offensive lines. Zoe says, is Jermaine the best DN in the ACC? Can you name one better? Can we name one better? Because I can't think of one. Granted, I don't follow all the ACC teams, but off the top of my head, I can't think of one. He might get 5 against UMass. The next 2 games are the weakest O-line matchups left. Right. That's what I'm saying. So, and I don't think Miami's O-line is that great. So, maybe he can get a couple against Miami. We'll see. But I do think the O-lines get better as we go on. So, again, I think 12. I think he'll finish with around 12. I like the 13.5 number right here. I like that number too. So I don't know if he gets over 14. I don't know if he gets over 14. I hate we have to put up 30 or better to beat anybody though. I can understand what you're saying there, but again, I think North Carolina got a little bit of garbage time. I said it. I look at this game as a 3-score win. That last touchdown meant absolutely nothing to the totality of this game. FSU, while dominate might not be the right word, they controlled this game. Sitting our best guys on the bench lost us JSU. I would say more than that lost us JSU, but I can somewhat understand what you're saying. But I don't think Jermaine is needed for UMass. A team that just broke a 2-year-long losing streak. Like, we can say what we want against JSU, but JSU would beat UMass 7 days out of the week. Right? JSU is a better program than UMass. Right? I'm with you. I'm not trying to count my eggs or count my chickens before they hatch, so to speak. But I do think you don't need Jermaine Johnson for UMass. I don't think he needs to play for. I would hope that they don't come out and prove me wrong and actually play down to UMass's level in that game. That would be very discouraging. Now, this team hasn't shown that they're going to blow a team out by 30 points. But FSU should win that game fairly comfortable, 31-14 or so. Fairly comfortable. That's football in 2021, though. Teams have to score more to win now. You're not going to hold many teams under 20. Win the game first and foremost. Can't play with UMass. I hate to say it. We kept our foot on the gas today. We just played 4 quarters. If I'm Mike, I'm trying to blow them. I'm with you. If you're Mike, you want to make a statement, and that's definitely some good feels. If you could beat UMass 49-0. That's a lot of good feeling going into Clemson. I hope Kira's okay as well. Had 2 sacks taken away from penalties versus Syracuse. Okay. How much did today's game help us in recruiting? I don't know. That's a tough question. I honestly don't know that answer to that. Is the bye before I thought the bye was this week. I thought we went bye week and then played UMass. So is the bye week after UMass and then Clemson? I thought I was mistaken there. Schedule. Let me check the schedule real quick. Yeah. No. Hold on. No, the bye weeks. No, it's the bye week this week. This upcoming weekend is a bye. And then we got UMass and Clemson. So, no, this is the bye week coming up. That's what I thought. This is the bye week. So we, technically, could you say 2 weeks to prepare for Clemson? But you do got to prepare for UMass. You got to, So it's the bye week this week, and then we get UMass and Clemson. So we're already paying them $500K, so need to earn every cent of that $500. I'm with you. No, it's all good. I had to check the schedule myself. But hey, 2-game winning streak. I think we don't need a bye. We need a bye. We need to get healthy. But I understand what you mean. I understand why you're saying we don't need a bye, right? We won 2 games, need to keep that momentum going. So I feel you there. But this team also needs to get a little bit healthy, man. I don't expect a shutout, but with the offense we ran today, we should score points. I agree there. And Mike won his first road game. What's up, Peter? So, hey, we put a tomahawk on the helmet. We gave out our grades. For the most part, offensively, everybody pretty much got an A. Defensively, we still a work in progress. But overall, man, this team played a hell of a game. Excuse me. This team played a hell of a game, man. And then we go into the bye week. We get healthy. And, yeah, we get ready, man. Get ready for UMass and Clemson. And that Clemson game becomes a real big game. You're going live for the Wilder fight. So I don't really plan on going live for that fight. I kind of want to sit downstairs and watch it on the big screen. But I'll give me a minute. I got something for y'all, and I haven't quite talked about this yet because I don't have any videos on this channel yet. And I've been really focusing on this channel. But I do have a second YouTube channel, guys. And the reason for this one is I talk about a lot of other things other than football. Obviously, I love my Seminoles, and that is first and foremost. But as you guys know, I love my boxing, and I love, I love my boxing, and I can talk about an array of things. How do I share this? Hold on, I think I know what I'm doing. So I created another platform to show those other things. And on that, on that channel, man, we're gonna be doing gaming and all this other stuff. But I didn't want it to interfere with this channel. I want to keep this channel FSU all day, every day, 100% football. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. But if I live stream which I probably won't live stream the fight. But if I go live after, there's your channel right there. Matter of fact, let me pin it. Let me open that up. That's the channel. And again, I have no videos on there. I haven't really dove into that channel yet. It's just been sitting there. But this could be as good a time as ever to maybe put my first video out there. It's called 863 Digital Media. If you want to go over there, definitely subscribe. And again, that channel is going to be more of that's non-football over there. Other sports, again, gaming, we're talking gaming, just anything that I might want to go over there and just one day talk about. That's going to be over there. But I want to keep 863 Seminole TV 100% Florida State, 100% all the time. This other channel is just for other things. Probably won't get too serious over there, but again, if I go live, I'm gonna do it on that channel. So, and I appreciate Tyler for the sub. And that's what we're gonna do over there. And that'll be your discussions and again stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, Jimbo's up. Is Jimbo up? Okay. Texas A&M up. This would be huge for Jimbo if he was able to pull out that. That's early. It's early, so we're not going to get ahead of ourselves because Virginia Tech's up on Notre Dame. UK's up 14-0 on LSU. Y'all still want to talk to me that Mark Stoops isn't that guy? Come on, guys. Look, Mark, Kentucky and Georgia are going to have the battle for the SEC East. Kentucky and Georgia. You're talking about a battle between the best defensive line in football and the best offensive line in football. That's going to be a football game to watch. Man, we dropped the ball with not hiring Mark. Damn it, that pisses me off. He should have been the coach, man. But that's not anything against anybody. I'm just speaking. Shout out to Norvell and Company. Big win here today. But seeing Mark Stoops do good at Kentucky, makes me happy. It honestly makes me happy. I didn't see Parchment at all today. Kentucky's smacking them. But unless we got anything else, guys, yeah, I'm about to get ready to sit down and watch these fights. It's actually a good undercard, all heavyweight undercard, some good undercard fights. And I'm about to be happy for State pulled this win out. And hopefully, Bomb Squad knocks this boy out to next week. And we get the American heavyweight champion gets his strap back. So, hey, if y'all ain't watching the fight, tune into that. Pretty sure there's links out there. Personally, I would say buy it, support these fighters. But see, I'm a fanatic when it comes to that boxing, so I support it like that. But if you can't, hey, I'm not knocking it. There's plenty of links out there. But unless we got anything else in the comments, guys. Again, 863 Digital Media. Y'all want to go out there, check that. That is where I will be live streaming stuff like when I do some boxing videos, when I do live streams going forward, when I live stream during fights, MMA, even some live stream gaming I'm going to be doing over there, movie reviews. When I do stuff like that, it'll be over there on the 863 Digital Media. So go over there and check that page out. Nothing over there yet, but if you want to, definitely go over there and subscribe and support that. I ain't watched boxing. Hey, well, we watching it tonight. But again, unless y'all got anything else tonight, I'm about to close this thing out. I'll wait a little bit. And if not, we'll close it out. Have a good rest of y'all Saturday. Look at that. Yes, sir. 130 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all came in, you rang my doorbell, knocked the dust off your feet, said hello. Love it. Let's go. All right. Hey, man, as always, it's your boy Polk over here on 863 Seminole TV. Keep them heads up, Seminoles. We moving in the right direction. Keep the DF. Oh man, Enzo, you just had to put a comment in there that says Mark Stoops is benefiting from opponents' regression and bad coaching. I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, it's your boy Polk, man, on 863 Seminoles TV. Keep your head up, Seminoles. We going in the right direction. We putting some stickers on the helmets. We watching this fight tonight. I probably can open this 17:38. If Wilder wins, there's a good chance I go live. If he doesn't, I'll probably go quietly into the night. Not even gonna lie to you. But stay classy, Seminoles. And we got you. Go Noles. And Bomb Squad! Let's go.